Hi Libra, and welcome to your spring tarot forecast. This is for March 19th through June 20th, 2020. I'm going to bring forth the general messages in this reading. I did do a spring love reading for you guys. I've linked that below if you have not viewed that yet. But for the sake of this reading, we're going to be looking at all other areas of your life. And just due to the nature of things at this time, I've decided to just bring forth all positive messages for you guys because there is a lot of fear-based energy going on right now, and I almost wasn't going to do these. I meant to put them out a couple days ago, but I was like, I don't know, and Spirit reminded me that, you know, it is in the times of darkness that we need to shine our light the brightest and be there for each other, and, you know, remain positive for each other and just be there for each other, you know, spiritually, emotionally, physically, whatever it is. So Libra, for this reading, we're going to bring forth the positive things that are happening and that are going to unfold for you guys in the spring months. And I will say, so far for everybody's reading, it looks like mid-spring, around April 20th to May 20th is when the energy really shifts for everybody in a very, very positive way. So I'm going to start by pulling some cards from the Archangel Metatron deck, and that's because that's the Archangel that, you know, walks with us through our trials and tribulations and leads us from the darkness into the light. So let's see what he has to say for you guys for the months of spring. We have gold, cup of replenishment. Nice. Libra, nice. You know, things are going to get much better for you. Your cup is being filled full. So from March 19th through April 20th, you are going to be replenished somehow, some way, in some area of your life. I love to see that. Next is yellow, joy and happiness. And look at that. This is mid-spring, April 20th to about May 20th. And there you go, Libra. Just like everybody else, you're doing great in mid-spring, but, you know, early spring, there's something happening for you. There's something taking place. And by mid-spring, it's like you have regained your personal empowerment. You feel strong. You feel healthy. You feel vital. You feel in control. And with the bee there, I just see like you have been very helpful, or you're being very helpful to others in mid-spring, and through that energy, it's like your own flowers are being pollinated, which are creating beautiful manifestations for you. Yes, because now we have the void for late spring moving into summer. Retreat, rest, pause. Now, because this is all positive messages, this tells me that, you know, as we near end of spring, move into summer, Libra, life is good for you, okay? Leo had a really good reading, but you guys you're knocking it out of the park, okay? You guys have some real positive vibes and energy coming in for the spring months, which, you know, makes me so happy for you guys. It's so, Libra, whatever's going on, don't worry about it. Like, Spirit's got you. You just do the best you can right now in this moment today. And, you know, don't lose faith. Don't lose hope. Don't lose optimism. I know when certain things happen, there's a lot of things being canceled right now, like graduations and concerts and weddings and things like that. You know, I know when those things happen, there is a sense of sadness, and I'm not saying to not feel that, because you always have to honor your true, authentic feeling about anything. But, you know, accept it and allow yourself to feel it and allow it to filter through you. Don't linger too long in those negative emotions, because they can really pull you down. It's not to say don't recognize and honor, but don't get too caught up in that, because there's always two ways to look at things. And I see things really working out quite well for you guys. And, you know, you're being replenished early spring. And by mid-spring, you feel so like full of life and happy and good. And it's just, and then it continues in to the last part of spring. And some of you might be taking a vacation in the last part of spring, or maybe you know, in your workplace, you are one of the people that has to keep going to work and holding things down. And, you know, by the time everything normalizes, you guys are given like extra time off or something like that. That could definitely pertain. And this, you know, replenishing of the cup could be you, Libra, doing many jobs and holding it down, all right? And you're doing it like a champion. And then by the end of spring, May 20th through June 20th, you may be given some extra time off just because of everything that you did and put forth through this really challenging time, you know, at the beginning of spring. So let's pull some tarot. We have the Eight of Cups, the Star, Six of Coins, Ten of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, Libra, beautiful tarot cards as well. Okay, what this tells me is, you know, in the early part of spring, March 19th through April 20th, Libra, you're walking away from some sort of challenge, some heaviness, something that's like weighing you down, has been weighing you down, because you're being replenished. So you're being replenished here, and you're walking away from whatever was sucking your energy, making you sad, bringing you down, etc. This is a general reading, so whatever that is different for each of you, but you're walking away from that energy and you're being replenished. And then here we have the Star and the Six of Coins under this joy and happiness. And the Star is happiness, hope, healing, wishes coming true, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, faith being restored. And then the Six of Coins here, that's giving, receiving, and sharing. So Libra, you are being very positively blessed early in spring through mid-spring, and all that you're doing and giving and sharing and being with others is like now coming back to you. And also, I do feel some of you may be teaming up with somebody mid-spring, you know, and it could be, again, because there's few people working. I just keep going back to the workplace because that's the most obvious in a reading, but you know, it could apply in a different area of your life. If it feels like, well, yeah, that's happening, but not at work in this area, apply it to that area, because this is where you are really giving a lot of yourself, helping out, you know, being there for others, being very supportive. And, you know, it's like all of that returning back to you. And mid-spring, it could be like you and another person have been holding it down, you know, for a lot of other people. And it's been a long journey. And now the wheel is turning in your favor. You've got 2 tens under this void of rest, retreat. So Libra, you know, by the time we get to late spring, that is your time of relaxation, reward, not feeling like you have so much responsibility, so much to take care of, so much to handle, really feeling like things are just lifted off your shoulders. But the whole way through, even though you may have more responsibility than normal, you're not feeling bad about that. Like there's a lot of other positive things happening for you and you're feeling really good, okay? And as we get to the end of spring, it's like everything is normalized and there's a lot taken off your plate, a lot lifted off your shoulder, and it's a time of relaxation for you. So again, like some of you will be given some time off. You may be planning on a vacation, like going somewhere for 10 days, like just to relax, just to unwind. It could be a 10-day staycation in your own home after you've been putting out all this energy. But Libra, you look good early in spring, sooner than most, and by mid-spring, you are on top of the world. There's a lot of positive energy returning to you, and by late spring, you're just in a much different place. All right, let's pull some more cards. And you know, for other people that may be helping you, we do have a potential Aquarius here because again, you know, the bee is a worker bee, is a team player, and I see that's who you are. But then it's like your flowers are getting pollinated, and it comes through again with this Six of Coins. Don't worry. That's what you're walking away from, is worry and concern. Excellent. We love to see that. Under the star, let's rethink, change. So this being positive under the star, you're seeing things differently because of the way things are happening for you, Libra. And also with this, you may have some really good ideas on how to do things and handle things. Don't hold back. Make sure you share your ideas because you may very well be on to something that's going to work out quite well for everybody. So don't hold back. Next is unmotivated. And as a positive, remember these are positive reading messages, and that coming out unmotivated, that's where this other person comes into play, where, you know, if you're carrying the load by yourself, there is somebody that comes in at some point that helps you out to lighten that load. So it happens before you get totally fried out and burnt out, Libra. So know that, you know, because we do have the happiness and joy here. So even though I do see you with more responsibility, at some point it's like somebody comes in to help relieve you, to help you, or this is talking about how, you know, you are relieved of all that stress because everything else is finally normalizing and you're being given a break. So, you know, before you burn out, you will, like somebody will come in to relieve you of the burden of the duty. So don't worry about that. And look at this. We have healing begins on the mend and feeling trapped. So you are definitely going to be taking some time off towards the end of spring. And I don't feel like it's because you're being forced to, like it's being gifted to you because of everything that you've done prior to this point. And you are happy, like you're ready to, you know, just kind of be in your own space, be in your own energy. Some of you are going on this amazing trip, maybe unexpected, or maybe it had been planned, but you're like, I don't know if we're going to be able to go now just because of everything. And it's like by the time it comes around, all is well. And just a big message that keeps coming through is don't worry, because by the time you are feeling tired, burnt out, it's like everything shifts and you hand the baton to somebody else and you're able to relax and to take some time off and to recuperate from, you know, holding it all down or just having a lot of responsibilities. So let's look at this healing and this Wheel of Fortune, and no longer, oh, okay, so we had 3 jump out. What do we have? Nice. Look at that. We have the Queen of Wands, the Empress, and the Magician. So your spirit is full of life, full of fire and energy. And there's a lot of abundance and stability around you, a lot of magic energy around you, Libra. I just feel like for you guys, where a lot of people are having setbacks, that's not so much the case for you. You know, it's not to say you guys aren't impacted and affected, but it's like as you move into spring, you're doing much better than most people are. It's like you are being replenished and you're walking away from a lot of anxiety, worry, concern, and stress. And, you know, there's some magic happening here where you're really helping out. You're doing, you're being, you're like this beautiful team player. And this could be even in your family or with your friends, you know. It doesn't just have to be in the workplace. Like I said, if you're really doing and being and giving in some area of your life that's not your job, then this is where that would apply. And you have some magic here. You restore faith, optimism, belief. You're making magic happen. And I do see somebody helping you at some point, or maybe they're with you the whole way through. It could be like you and another person just really really holding it all down for everybody. And again, before you totally fizzle out, everything shifts and changes, and you guys are given a break. And Libra, you are like stable, you are abundant, you are prosperous. The spring months actually look quite positive for you. So let's pull some advice. Four-leaf clover. You have found a four-leaf clover. Unlucky times will soon be over. Yeah, so it's maybe for you guys, like whatever, all this crazy energy is, you've already experienced it at its peak and its height for your personal life path journey. And now as you come into spring, your energy is actually in a much more positive place because again, you're walking away from stress and worry. You're being replenished. By mid-spring, you're full of life, happiness, and joy. Next out is trust. Breathe in, breathe out, let go of doubt. You don't have to worry. And lastly, practice. After a while, you'll dance on air. Practice makes perfect. You're almost there. So some of you may be learning some new skills, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do this. But you learn and you handle it. Libra, you guys are rock stars through the spring months. Where, initially it's like you're giving and doing and being more for others. And then as we come to mid-spring, that energy shifts. And now others are giving and doing and being there for you as you go into like a period of rest, relaxation, abundance, comfort. You're just in a good place. It's like you're ready to set down your load and relax, and the will, coming out at the end is very positive for you guys. And you got the four-leaf clover. So Libra, all is well. You guys are doing really good. Everything that you give out early spring is going to be given back to you, and you're going to be given a period like a gifted vacation days, or you're going to go on a vacation of some kind, and it's just very healing and soothing to your soul. And it comes like at the right time, just because of how much effort and energy you're giving in, the first part of spring. And then last part of spring coming into summer, you are so rewarded and you're able to relax and enjoy the fruits of your labors. So those are your messages, Libra. I am sending you all lots of love and light and keeping each and every one of you in my prayers. Take care of yourselves and blessed be always, always, always.